reports recently that you're interested in Cinderella.
I know, there's a lot of that. Yeah, no, I'm not attached to that at all. No.
Okay.
The end of the host leaves it open for possible sequel or for the trilogy. Do you have any ideas of where you would want your character or characters to go? And
maybe Hawaii or something. Instead of the desert. Sorry.
It's very dirty.
What, in the desert? Yeah, I know. Yeah, somewhere like that would be nice.
Well,
On a beach somewhere.
Journey, I guess. What next step?
Oh, that's what you meant. I think, well, the good thing for me is that if they do a sequel, I'm going to be playing a character that essentially I haven't really played that much, which is really great, because I know the fear for me with doing a franchise would be that you're playing the same character for quite a long time. So I'm getting to, really play someone else. I don't know. I mean, I think they'd have to get out of the cave soon enough. I think it seems like it was pretty overpopulated anyway by the time I got there. So, so I'd imagine in the next one maybe they might get out of the cave or do something else. And also they've come across souls now that they're kind of relatable to. So yeah, I don't know what Stephenie's going to do. Like, she's writing it at the moment, so, and she won't tell anyone. We're on there like, so you had any ideas about what you're sticking in? But no, she wouldn't tell us.
So you'd be definitely in if they decide to do another one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as always, it depends on the script and scheduling and all that kind of stuff. But I would love to work with everyone again, and if that worked out, then yeah, definitely.
Spoiler alert or whatever. For the end scene that you guys have with Emily Browning, like meeting other people that are mixed with like hosts and humans.
Yeah.
Max had told us last night that scene was like extra that you guys filmed.
No,
and you were gonna end it with just having the seeker up. Do you like how it ended?
Ended it with what?
Just sending the seeker into to a different planet.
Yeah, I think I always liked that ending, and I think it was something that they were always going to do, but they couldn't for whatever reason. But it always felt right that I mean, that's the ending in the book, and those kind of really pivotal lines as well. Those really important lines at the end. I think it was nice to have those repeated at the very end of the film. So yeah, I think it felt right to have that.
I have a question. Your accent is just lovely, and I could sit here all day and listen to you. But did you obviously have dialogue coach and with our regular American English, or do you have a favorite phrase or a keyword? I know I'll go back to the Twilight. Rob's favorite words was like nacho and sidewalk. Is there anything that ever stuck more in your mind?
In an American accent, you mean? In an American accent? What was my... You know what word I love? And I didn't say it in the host, but I said it in another film called How I Live Now. It's coming out soon. I love saying gross in the American accent. And I had never gotten to say that. I say that quite a bit anyway. And I had never gotten to say that in a film before, but I said it a lot in this. So I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I did have a dialect coach on the film. Because you always, you need a dialect coach, no matter how many times you do an American accent or an English accent or whatever. You need to have someone there just to keep an ear out, really. And also knowing that there's a dialect coach there means that you can relax and kind of focus on the performance a bit more. So.
You did have a real strong Southern accent, I thought, in the middle of the film versus the beginning toward the end.
Yeah.
It was really strong. Was there anything that was influencing you at that time?
Well, I was in Baton Rouge, so I was, and that's where Melanie ended up being from in the film. I know she's not in the book, but it was great because I was surrounded by a whole crew of people from Baton Rouge and Shreveport and New Orleans, and that was great. So I was listening to it all the time.
Melanie's pre-recorded dialogue when you acted with it on set, was that the same dialogue used in the movie, or did you re-record it again?
Some of it was the same. It all had the same kind of feeling, but when we went back to it during post, Andrew would tweak little things and maybe change a phrase or something like that to make it a little bit clearer for whatever reason. So we changed it a little bit, but I mean, the sense obviously still had to be the same, because otherwise I'd be reacting to something completely different. So.
Jake
has said previously, since he was in the Lovely Bones.
What has he said now?
No.
Oh, what's he saying now?
Lovely Bones, that he found Andrew Niccol more meticulous than Peter Jackson. Would you agree? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, they're very, very different kinds of directors. They're both very visual. But Pete is very much like a kid, and if he could, he'd just get a camcorder and go around and shoot everything for 10 months. And also he's got so much equipment there that he can kind of really play with all these different new technology and new types of cameras and things like that. So he focuses on that stuff a little bit more. Whereas Andrew can be very much about the style and the look of a particular shot. So he's very, very particular about how things look within a frame and things like that. And that's something that's become such a trademark in his films and is so kind of beautiful in his films. So he's very, very good at that, But what they're both obviously emotionally very, they're involved when it comes to the characters, and they're not sort of cold or anything towards that. So
just FYI, he just wanted me to say that to throw you off your game. He actually said you were a good kisser.
I'm uncomfortable to hear that because I don't want Jake to think that I'm a good kisser. Like a cousin saying that or something. I don't think so.
They got us involved in prank wars last night.
In prank wars?
Yeah.
Were you pranking each other last night?
No, they asked us to prank people today.
Don't prank me today. Prank me. I'm gonna have to talk to them now.
No, you can't. You can't tell us. You can't tell them because
I won't tell them it's you.
Do you want to prank them?
Yeah. Think of something.
Okay, I'm gonna ask because alright. So we were told to do a prank, and I'm gonna ask your opinion on it. So we hear Jake has a body hygiene issue, like he doesn't like germs. And so Max, this is why these are there, because Max wants us to have him sign it, and when he turns around, we have a bottle of Evian, and I'm going to act like I'm sneezing and spray it on him.
Good idea. That's a good idea. You know what you should do? You should try and sneeze onto this and then ask him to sign it. You should ask him to do that. I'm really freaked out. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.